long time ago.
You never, y'all remember coffee mushrooms?
Like in the lunch?
Yeah. No, sugar, honey, iced tea. Okay, that's too much to say. With the coffee mushrooms.
Why is it?
That's why I got the coffee mushrooms from. If I don't take shit, I can put it on coffee mushrooms. Hey, y'all. Hi. That was like a thing of it. I was saying. Chill. Get off safe. For a couple of sick days. So what is it? Oh yeah. Sure. Right on. So how do that? First story. Yeah. It's a everybody. Tune in. They got tap in some more. Tapping in. Hey. What's up, y'all? Y'all peep the Bayang though? The Bayang. What up, y'all? Welcome to Shots Fire. I am Sam. This is Chanel. That is Ray. And we have a guest here, and her name is So what's the deal? Welcome. As y'all know, we have a shot in the beginning for us to take. You don't tune in much, do you? Oh, dang. For y'all, when your sister is not your man. This is Ray's sister. Beat the resemblance. You see it?
You see how your sister is being
Please don't do that. All right, y'all ready? Let's get it. Woo, boy. I was come this too. I'm gonna take this off because I ain't got time. Woo! Yes.
And you taste it with the lemon drop made especially by Ray.
Okay, that's a good one. Nobody poured me none.
And for all the liquor, I saw the liquor.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of liquor.
Lemon drop.
Lemon drop by Ray.
First of all, it's not dangerously a lot.
It tastes like juice.
Lemon drop by Ray.
If you want to do lemon drop, lemon drop by Ray.
Look, all I'm saying is a lot of niggas pour like this. Ray Chill pour like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Okay, babe. I had it for one day and I was saving this last. No, I had it for one day, bro. How long was it too late?
I'm crazy. You gotta figure out the Super Bowl.
First of all, relax. Okay, listen, judge your mama because it's fine. Alright, so look, we got some good topics. Like I said, we have y'all thoughts and y'all opinions tonight. I think that the men will actually like this. One of the topics we're gonna have is pretty funny. You want to start with? I don't know, we never really said. Venus. Okay. So we're going to start with Venus. Look off the Venus Arena. Venus
Basically.
Her still being a virgin. How old is she?
Venus Williams is a virgin at 41.
What's enough? 40-year-old virgin. Like
40-year-old virgin. Yeah.
He didn't make it. Women's virgin.
And it's just, I thought it's 41. Yeah, it's something, that's just
What is it about it? That's the issue.
You want to wait till 40?
Well, okay, so let's be honest here. I know what people say about Serena and Venus, right? Like, when they used to compare them, no offense, what I heard, okay? Right. That Venus was always the unattractive one. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. They said that she was the more unattractive one, therefore she wasn't getting no play.
That's not necessarily true.
That's what I heard. I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger.
You don't necessarily have to be attracted to me.
That's true as hell.
I feel like it was subjective because I thought people said things about the industry. But there were also people like, oh, it's Venus. Let me go.
I barely hear Venus's name. Like
people know her.
She's a very attractive.
She has a name though, even though it's not as high as her. She has a name. People know Venus, so everybody knows Venus. I'm certainly
it's a choice of her own for sure.
It is a choice of her own, but
I just seen other women with kids who look like a nigga to the touch. I
ain't
gonna lie, and then y'all niggas wild out here for the shit y'all be doing. I ain't gonna do it. Well, I am doing it.
For my thing, waiting until you're 41, for me, it's like, sis, what are you looking for?
That's right.
Because is it a religious thing? Is it you just feel like you haven't found that guy? And my thing is, are your expectations realistic, or like what's going on here? Like you waiting on your soulmate, or like what is going on? Like 41 years old, like what is help this out? What's the problem?
You ain't never got no goddamn phone.
You haven't found, because I'm thinking to myself, like, if we talking
Hold on. Say, hold that thought. Sorry. We about to leave out and come back in, y'all.
maybe she like girls. Maybe she like, okay.
Well, we still got
Okay, that's
nine.
a theory. That's a theory. Maybe she likes women.
Wait, say your thought, cause goddamn.
Oh, yeah, wait for a second. Somebody commented that.
What? Oh, somebody said, well,
Maybe she likes women. But you can tell whoever, then you have a woman. Yeah, because like if she likes women, why you gonna find a woman by the way?
That's
not
it.
I mean, the maybe she don't like them.
That is true.
Why keep talking? Wait, what am I missing? We up now. We good. Alright, sorry, y'all. We had a.
Does she like women? Is she waiting for her soulmate? Are her standards too high? Like, what do you guys think? Like, what's going on where a woman has to wait till she's 41 to have sex? You still haven't found.
She said she's waiting.
Honestly, I feel like she got it.
I mean, that's fine. But
That's hell of a self control.
But if you say she's waiting, like, what are you gonna do for her?
I can't go.
I feel like if you go to 40 plus, like even 30, like if you waited, you gotta be waiting for something. Or she might be gay, because when you're gay, you don't really get penetration. So that's the only thing I'm thinking. I mean, okay. So what's a virgin then? Is a virgin you can participate like what's considered like when your heart is broken? That's when you're not a virgin. It doesn't matter how. That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't even think that's true.
I don't think
you can head. Like I feel like that's horrible.
Like the LGBTQ plus community, like it's a lot of things that is considered sex. So,
well, definition of sex. If you want oral sex, it's sex.
Yeah.
Like definition of sex is so broad. Like, but if you want to consider like sex in a traditional sense, personal sex, which you can have it with a dildo or any type of toy, and you consider not a virgin.
Alright, so I'm looking up the article. It says inside source and disclosed that it is funny because Venus decided as a child that he would wait at 55 for him.
So she waiting till married.
So she really is waiting. So it's not gay, guys.
She's waiting to be married. Marry a woman. I mean, but why did it take her so long to get married?
What's that kind of thing?
People don't get married for a while though.
Marriage ain't what it used to be. Hold on, what's
I'm
gonna read this comment because
we got the phone right here.
did he have it? Because it just came in.
But we have to think about her. She's rich and famous. So for her 41, she ain't got no man that wants to marry her. She ain't had no beauty life, nothing in 40 years, like nothing.
I feel like she's very private, so of course the people don't know what she got going on.
Right, but she probably hasn't told nobody. She hasn't told nobody. So it's like
She could be dating right now. We don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
you want me to read it?
I can read it if you want. No, I can do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. But I mean, well, let's be honest. If you know she's satisfying herself. You got the monkeys on.
Yeah, I can read though.
So wait, okay. So with Dawson said, if she's satisfying herself with like noise, is she still considered a virgin?
Not as good.
I mean, technically, you're still a virgin to your penis broken.
You can't take your own with me, y'all don't.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So most women like she's having sex with herself. Want me to read the comment real quick? Yeah.
41.
Trouble _ says maybe nobody has given her what she's looking for.
But 40 years.
That's supposed to be something special. Meanwhile, her sister is a lot. All right.
And so, but Serena's married and happy. Maybe she's married because she gave it up. I don't know. What happened?
Your cousin said, _ love GG said, hey y'all, my cousin's so fine, y'all sleep.
Hey,
Period.
yeah.
That's Bill's cousin.
I'm trying to find out how to like this comment. I'm over here working.
Somebody uncle.
To me, it just don't seem like it's gonna take you 40 years. I mean, it could, and that's sad. Because what type of dude is she looking for?
That's all we got another comment.
Are her expectations realistic? Is she limiting herself with men that she's choosing? Like, what's going on here? It shouldn't take nobody 40 years to have sex. Like, it shouldn't take nobody 40 years to find somebody to like.
You never know anybody's
I mean, yeah, it's not. But I'm just
having sex with herself. Yeah, or she may not, or she just not. That's not her thing. It's just like, exactly. It's not. The head is not like it's not a priority.
It
It doesn't have to be like that. I understand that. Like,
that's very true.
She can be bisexual or just not even.
And I understand that at our age. I understand that at our age. But at 41, and she's rich, she's famous, which rich famous gives you access to way more men than we have access to.
Dom said,
What do you mean?
if you want to limit yourself to that community of rich and famous,
Y'all hate
There's
that.
so many people that
Cause
are.
then every nigga is a broke nigga once you got money. So you know how women is.
And
It's
then
like,
broke
oh,
niggas have ulterior motives. So like,
yeah. Then you gotta be extra
Where
careful.
is he
Women hate this.
well, you do know if he's never had sex, you don't know what he's missing.
you know
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she's not missing anything. That's not what I'm saying. She's not
if
missing
she pleases herself,
She does, but she's not. If she's never had anything, a lick of anything sexual.
Right, there's no rush to have sex. I'm just saying that at 40,
Well, wait. Can you
So
look
what
at
is
the
it about
definition of like
40?
losing virginity?
like that's,
What
first
is
of all, the
it about
average lifespan is not, y'all trying to make it seem like people live so long. It's not a thing.
I mean, she's rich and famous, so she got less than she don't
She don't live no longer than nobody. She still die.
No, look, I mean, if you want to be technical, if you look at fucking Magic Johnson, that's what nigga is living. AIDS, with somebody who has AIDS, I'm like,
The state of never
No,
having
the longest
sexual
one I seen
intercourse.
was Betty White. Ain't nobody lasted that long.
Virginity is the state of never having had sexual intercourse.
so any type of sexual intercourse, like intercourse, something intimate, but
does that mean like with it? Does it have to do with it?
like just give examples.
Virginity is the state of a person who has never engaged in sexual intercourse. The term virgin originally only refers to sexually inexperienced women that has evolved
So
from
it's no type of
context
sexual
or
intercourse.
range of definition as following traditional modern ethics.
So it's no type of sexual intercourse. So that means she's not even pleasing herself. Is that what that means?
I mean, if it's any type of, then if you want to put it to the technical sense, if she's pleasing herself, or if she had anything like head, then she's considered not a virgin.
Right. So if she's a virgin.
I feel like that's the traditional sense, but I feel like they're taking it. She's never had like sex with a man.
Like penetration sex.
Any type of
a motherfucker who just do anal.
Oh, that is true. It's about
They-
that.
It's like, oh, I'm still a virgin. Like, no, you got fucked.
Well, you had some penetration, motherfucker. I'm gonna read this comment real quick. I just tell said one thing that pretty much is your highness. I didn't think about that.
True. You
I
can
know
do
it's
it
hard
for
when you're trying to connect.
Yeah,
Like
like
me, like the rigidity isn't the breaking of behind me, it's the actual penetration. That
period. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you, the reason why I said that was because I mean you can not to shame men, but you can have penetrational sex and not break a hymen. And like that's when you're considered like that's when you consider like not virgin ever happened. Listen. What I'm saying is like that's when you know when you're not a virgin because that's broken. But you can break it in dance, well you can break it in sports a lot of the time. But if you're not, that in the traditional sense what like most people think is when you break it, you know.
At this point,
Yeah.
it's a social construct.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
But I'm
So Venus, you might not be a virgin, sis.
But I'm just trying to figure out what takes you 40 years to like somebody enough. Like you don't like nobody enough. I feel like nobody enough in 40 years to have sex with
she
you.
was probably very career driven for a lot of her.
Okay, that could be
Ever since she was a child, I feel like from her upbringing. I don't know if y'all seen the movie with Will Smith and he was
I haven't not seen it.
But
James.
I actually
I feel like it's very, very, from the beginning, she was very career driven and had often for a very long time. So when she entered that life, she probably expected something that hasn't received it. So it made
You know,
her
in the game.
yeah, especially if you haven't had like a normal dating and like sex
She
life.
might in the game. That makes
She
sense.
didn't have that
But she's a
access,
late
so it
bloomer.
makes sense.
But see,
I gotta stop comparing her to me.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what I'm doing in
my
my head. I'm doing it in my head.
And like she
I'm
seems,
comparing her.
Serena seems more like the social life of the two. So of course Serena has more access to those people and she could find some amazing.
You don't feel like Jimmy has access?
She does, but
No,
she
why
chooses
don't you
not
as
to
a bad
be
thing.
involved.
Like,
I'm not looking at it as a bad thing. I'm not looking at it as a bad thing.
I'm looking at it as
bad thing. I'm saying
like it's commendable. It's like she has found. I'm pretty sure she has found people she want to have sex with, but she chose not to do it because, like, and that right there is the ultimate form of self-discipline. Like, I ain't gonna care. Like a lot, I couldn't do it. I can't do it. Like 41 years. social pressures and everything else, and just, I couldn't do it. But for her to be able to hold it down like that, that's commendable to me.
And I understand, and I respect her for that. I'm not saying that being a virgin is a bad thing. I'm saying that at 41, what is it that you are not feeling that is allowing you to still be a virgin at this point? Like, is it your standards? Is it like what's going on? Because it's like it should not take 40 years for somebody to feel like. And then if we're talking about marriage, like in no other community is it normal for women to not be married at 40 years old. It's only black women that normalize that.
No, it's not just black women, because I'm pretty sure it's white women.
Yeah, I'm sure it's white women that do that, but that's not the normal thing in other communities for women to be single until
it's not normal. That's not a culture thing. It's not normal in general.
There are exceptions, but that's not normal for other women. But black women are the only ones to be single at 40, talking about, hey,
That's not true. It's not just black women. It's other races.
There are other races of women that are single at 40. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's
other
not
cultures,
like other cultures.
How many people you know that's married? You know, I know.
We're talking about in the black community?
In general. Like, why? Is that something that you know from your life?
Two of my best friends are I was in two weddings.
You're not gonna do is
I'm not saying black women are not married. Because my best friend got married last year, and I'm in a wedding for another one of my best friends who are about to get married in July. Black women do get married. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying just black women. I'm just saying, like, I'm in a white people do, to me, I know a handful of people. I know a handful of people married, they got divorced. So, like, it's not, marriage is definitely dwindling, especially in this, like, day and age, like, how a lot of people are getting married. So I feel like it's more normal to be single and non-married. And also, to my point of her being a late bloomer, if you're not used to the dating life, it's going to take you a while to get into the swing of it. So I can see it if she was a late bloomer. Finding that person that you think is his fit may take a while.
Well, that person that you think is his fit, is that having too high a standard?
No, but it's her being unaware, or also knowing what you want and also knowing how to navigate the dating world in general.
And then
you just settle.
But how do you know what you want? But how do you know what you want if you haven't navigated? I ain't gonna read that one out.
Now the kids said,
I'm curious. I'm interested in what you think. How do you know what you want if you haven't navigated?
I mean, sex is not anything. Because maybe she's looking for that personal connection. Like you sometimes when you give that ultimate submission to a person, which is giving your whole self to that person, because when you have sex, that's what the goal is. You're thinking about biblical sex. In that sense, like you're giving yourself, your whole self in its entirety to that person. And maybe she's waiting for marriage because when you want to give your whole self to that person, you want to give it in its entirety. I want to be in love. I want to know this is for sure. And on top of it, like you can't just be like we normalize that it's okay to be your sexual being because that's normalized in society. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's still okay that I want to wait, and because no matter the age, I want to be with my soulmate no matter how long it takes. Because people get married at any age. Soulmate. Okay.
Well, we got comments.
Okay.
MJ's dad said, trying to wait till she's truly in love when people think
Exactly.
And I agree. And maybe she is true Christian.
And that's what I was gonna say. You know, it's a sacred thing to not have sex before marriage, and if you're gonna speak to her, she's gonna speak to her.
But is that not a problem in society where you have to be 40 before you find somebody you love?
No, I mean, like, it's not.
If you don't find nobody, you don't find nobody. That's how the hell I feel.
And clearly, it's not that many options out here. So maybe we need to talk about something else.
I think you put too much weight on being in love and finding somebody.
I'm not putting no weight on
that. People don't the fact that
40 years.
But if I didn't spend 40 years,
the average life, but Don, the average lifespan is not that long.
He's saying like, they'll see somebody else. Like,
but niggas are dying at 40.
We're not in the 1950s, 20s where
but niggas are dying at 40.
She not dead. And when people don't die at 40.
If she didn't spend 40 years,
Bernie Mac was how old?
If she didn't spend that 40 years looking for somebody to love, then that wasn't her goal. If she spent that 40 years trying to find or trying to be the best tennis player or trying to be whatever,
okay, so listen.
Then of course love wasn't on her mind. So I can understand how people could be like, okay, I'm not. No, nigga, you ain't gonna fuck me.
Wait, hold on. Y'all saying 40 years, like, it's been from child up to being 40, that's even that kind of nigga. It's Not even that. Cause they, first of all, Venus and Serena have been playing forever. They've been forever. And Serena was just basically kind of just had a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like just really started her dating thing. Venus probably said fuck that and was still playing her game and kind of just started looking. You know what I'm saying? So it could even be 2 years he just got out there. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened to be she was 41.
When Serena actually lost her virginity.
She could have waited to marriage. Exactly.
Yeah, we don't know that.
So it's like it's a matter of when she actually started. But Don been saying she's a late bloomer. Like probably just fucking started looking. Like
that could be a thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like what is it? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it?
It's probably that. She worked hard on her female.
I don't
think her standards are high though, but there's a lot of people that probably in the game is trying to get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Venus Williams being a virgin at 41. Yes.
Somebody told me head to what they talk about. I'm just tuning in.
And we're about to slide to the soulmate conversation.
Soulmate, soul ties.
Do y'all believe in soulmates? We're gonna start from this one.
Okay, look, it's the alcohol. We've been drinking before this, y'all.
Alright, Renzel.
Soulmate, I do believe that there are soulmates, but I believe there are multiple soulmates on different levels. Like you can have more than one soulmate on different levels of the spectrum.
Same. I agree. I feel like you can have multiple soulmates, multiple people that bring out different types of you. I don't feel like one person. I feel like you can fall in love with different people. I feel like you can marry and be in true lasting relationships with multiple people. So I don't believe that there's just one soulmate. I think that there's multiple people that can tap into different.
I think that there are soulmates for different sections of your life. Every time you elevate, it's a new person. I don't think there's more than one. I think that at one part of your life, this is one person that you're connecting with, this is your soulmate at that time. I think once you elevate, get to a new level in your life, a new position, a situation, whatever it may be, a new, what is it, I don't know word, lack of a better word. But when you get to this new part of your life, I feel like it's a new person that you're supposed to be connected with. Like, I mean, so I guess it is multiple generations, but I feel like it's one, though, per season of your life. So, yeah. I would say one, though.
For a season.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's one, though, but, like, it's different seasons, though. I'm actually
See, I don't believe it. You find people who vibe with it, and you accept those people. It might be some people who vibe with it, who just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And the people you accept in your life are necessarily because you know you accept. A lot of times people accept people in different life not worthy of the love that they're giving, or sometimes not worthy of the love that they're receiving. And like, even though they might say that person's over, it doesn't necessarily make it so. And those people are, I don't want to say seven, but it's pretty much like, you just choose to have these people. Not everybody in your life is your opinion, but you gotta be accepted. People, a lot of people out there think, oh, this is so, this is my place to live in mental state. And I benefited you emotionally and physically, nothing, you know what I'm saying?
I do believe in soulmates, but I do believe that soulmates can take different forms, maybe a different significant other, family members, so definitely they can take different forms, but I also believe that people bring different energies and lessons. People come into your life for many reasons. So maybe you may think someone is your soulmate, but they come into your life as a lesson. It's up to you to decipher between that, but there are soulmates in different forms, and people bring different energies into their life. It's up to you to decide what that is.
We have a comment __crazy 8_ I agree with dog. I'm assuming you don't like play. But, you know, and then Negative said, if it's more than one, what's the point of a soulmate? You basically a serial dater. That's not true.
Being listened to. She said it's not about, you know what I mean, not the perspective. You know, she said it's for them, they feel like soulmates to be friends and family. It's not just romantic or date.
Right. Well, you can have a person in your life that's not, you're not romantically involved with, but you feel like you who
Compatible.
that's
I agree.
that's a person, like
I
that's somebody
agree.
that you
No other
cannot live
person.
without. And that could be your family member, that could be your best friend, your girl, whatever you have in your life. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a significant other. That's where people get that confused. Like a significant like not the soulmate can be many different things. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I have friends in my life that I feel like if I were to go without, that shit would break my whole entire world. Like, if I feel like I can't live without you, like, I feel like some people, like, it really is a perspective thing because, like, how I feel about my sister or how I feel about my mom and my brother, like, I would go to the ends of the earth and back for them. I would literally, if you ask, I'm going to jump, no matter what it is. Like, because that's the type of relationship I have with my family. Like, if you want to put it in that sense, these people in my family, those are my soulmate. I have, cousins, so, like, you feel like, oh, you're that family, that's good, that's family. But family don't always make you strong. But them, like, you could ask me anything. I'm going to fight for them. I'm going to do anything for them. These are my soulmates in my family. These are my soulmates. Because if I lost them today, I'm going to lose my entire sanity is gone.
Yeah,
that's how I feel like. Like, my heart is gone.
We got to comment real quick and I have a question. Alright, so MG and Dad said, what makes somebody a soulmate? Sounds more like a best friend at the moment.
It's different, but like you got friends, and then you got best friends on different levels. Like it's a connection.
Yeah, it's more about connection. A title is a title, but like that type of connection can transform and mean different people. Yeah, right. So like you can call that person your best friend, and you can also have that significant other. But the way y'all connection is it's like both of these are my soulmates. I feel the same way about both of them, but I'm not romantically involved with the person. And this is my significant other. So you can feel that strong connection with these two people, but like they both can be your soulmate. It's just like the connection can stand deep. Like
so can you lose your soulmate?
You said friends at the moment.
Yeah, he's like for different seasons. I'm not saying y'all for seasons.
So my question for y'all is, okay, so a soulmate, to me in my mind, a soulmate is because of, like, it's not no party that I don't like.
What do you mean by that?
That means, like, everything about you puts you me.
Oh, this is your definition of what
and that's the way I think a lot of people would describe this.
Right, what is a soulmate?
It's somebody who is like, it's perfect for you, so there's nothing they do that'll piss you off or make no sense.
That's not true at all.
No, I was reading that comment, my bad. Let's read that comment real quick in between it. NGM_Dad said soulmate is supposed to be all of those things in one. What did you say before you go?
I feel like if a soulmate, say for example, my soulmate, if I feel like your soulmate did it, I don't believe that. I did. My soulmate with me. And it's good.
Oh my God! Your soulmate probably smell like a bear. Okay.
Exactly. It ain't my soulmate though.
You probably love to fuck out here, but it's all
that's
exactly.
Your soulmate doesn't mean
Exactly. Soulmates are who's perfect for you.
Her quirk, I'm gonna find attractive. It's like I'm gonna like the way that her hair get a little bit frizzy. Yeah. I'm gonna like the shit that other people might not like. That's what I've always imagined my soulmate to be before I understood that soulmates don't exist.
My priest, Nelly.
I just feel like everything is subjective.
It is.
Everything is subjective. So like I said, like it's like you saying you would love that person whether they hear rules for you, blah blah blah. But like if my soulmate is my best friend, I'ma love my best friend no matter what she does. If she heard me crying about to kill herself, jump off a bridge, her highs are low, I'm gonna love her no matter what. That is a whole.
So that unconditional love, then?
Yeah.
But that don't make them a soulmate. I mean, you love
somebody
that
don't mean they your soulmate.
It's that plus more though. I'm a lover no matter what. But that connection, that bond, like it cannot be. You cannot break that. You can't break it.
So you can't lose a soulmate.
I feel like you can drift away, but like if you ever come back to that person, it's gonna be just as strong.
She said, hold on. So.
That's because I have my hair raised. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Let me read some of the comments. Well, I think Against Square said, recently, by Jam said, so, like Shell said, y'all believe in unconditional love, exclamation point. And Sleep for Life said, your soulmate is, I'm sorry, your soulmate is your person you want to be with 24/7, even on bad days. You're supposed to attracted to them sexually and emotionally. What I believe is, wait, I had my goddamn wait. Okay, well. When you think about it in unconditional love, like, if you think about unconditional love, it's through good, bad, always. Yeah. Whether they piss you off or not, that's what I feel like it kind of makes a soulmate, because you don't love everybody unconditionally. Although we want to love everybody unconditionally, but like the fact that you know that you hate these things,
absolutely not. Is what makes it unconditional love.
Yeah,
it's like if you love that flaw, or like you still love them no matter what, even though they have this flaw, that is considered unconditional. Like, sure, if I'm that one big thing, oh, you murdered my mama, I don't think I love you no more. It's that.
No. And that's why I'm gonna respectfully disagree, because I feel like that's a condition. That's like, say for example, and I found out she done murdered her last 5 niggas. Oh, that's a condition.
Look at that, like, by your side.
But if Clyde was cheated on Bonnie, that's a condition. No, I robbed banks with you, and you about to cheat on me?
Let's just talk about we gonna cheat on everybody. I feel like the show you is a definition of unconditional fucking love. Oh, girl, love that nigga unconditional. She gonna fuck this nigga. She gonna kill them, okay? She gonna come to him after. She's still gonna accept him back. So I haven't seen
the only person who would love you really unconditionally is your mama.
That's
like your mama.
That's not even true.
That's not even true. That's what I'm gonna say. That's not even true. But that's the closest you can get. Your mom to unconditional love. Because some moms will help they learn how to body. And some moms will, like we just seen it. Like moms really do it. That's real unconditional love. But
I feel like there's an extreme to everything, y'all. There's unconditional love, but it is that extreme that we're like, no, we can't.
You crazy.
Exactly. So we talking about extreme.
Okay, wait. So we about to talk about some of these.
Nazi Kill said unconditional through murder, through pedophilia.
Ooh.
That's condition.
That is condition.
Right.
But those are all extreme. That's why he said there's no unconditional love.
And then MGM Dab said my nigga Joe killed hella people for her. So, and she cheated and vice versa.
It's like, hold on, wait. We have been interrupted. Okay, can we stop making Joe go to the stalker? Wait. What's not ever go? It's one on his. Oh, maybe talking about Joe. They weren't working on her, so I was like, don't stop at my house.
No, hey, it's crazy though. I hate the fact my nigga Joe just wore a hat and followed a bitch everywhere and she ain't look back. Like, if he wasn't even far away, that nigga was never too far away. Like, he was literally right around the corner walking with this bitch. Nigga was just jacking up and I had you work with the bitch. He see you.
I seen a post that was like, Joe was mad as hell when the first girl called him crazy, he killed her. The second girl called him crazy, he killed her. The third girl was like, I love you, really people, and he killed her. Like, what the fuck? Wait a minute, you telling a story? I didn't even see all of you. Oh, I'm sorry.
She might not be dead though. She might not.
No, I'm dead as hell. Wait, I didn't see it all.
I didn't see it either. That's our fault, though.
My bad, I've only got 4 episodes
of season 1 because that had me messed up because he was a stalker, so I got scared.
But sis loved that nigga. That's all I want to say.
I don't know that nigga. You know what? Facebook ruins you. You niggas on Facebook gotta stop.
That's why I don't get on social media after episodes.
Facebook. Yeah. I never watched the first episode of Power like 2 times and I fell asleep. But I know everything that happened in Power and motherfucking Tyreek, the second one, and the other one, Raising Canaan. Cause you Facebook niggas. You niggas tell me, bro, watch the show and shut the fuck up. Get you a public service announcement. Yeah, bro, y'all niggas have to delete social media.
That part. People to do that.
But it's like, bro.
But it's a little courtesy. I don't know courtesy and understanding. Niggas don't have courtesy. Or how about 2 niggas not waiting just watch the show? Okay, maybe I have to work and I can't.
Yeah.
My dad don't lie. This is us. You know, this is us. We don't be drinking before. At least the 4 of the 3 of us was drinking. saying, you know, that's a regular schedule.
No, that was a public service announcement, so that was what he said.
Yeah. Oh, it's a comment on that. She said those were extremes, and then he said pedals are not extremes at all. They are literally everywhere. I mean, that's an extreme event, so that's an extreme theme.
That's the word.
But it's like
very extreme. And what makes it do not consider pedophilia extreme?
It's an extreme matter if they're everywhere or not, or undercover, whatever. It's an extreme thing.
That makes it more extreme that they're everywhere.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like people do have limits now. You can still be my soulmate, and you can do something that I don't like enough for me to be like, I can't be with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to let you out of my life.
And I feel like if you love somebody past that extreme, if I love you and you're a pedophile, mental illness.
Everything.
Everything else can be. Everything does have to be.
If you're a murderer and I still love you, mental illness. Y'all about to kill each other. Bonnie and Clyde, mental illness. What the hell? Why not about to do that?
Everything in the world comes with conditions. You either accept conditions or walk away. That's it.
And they didn't walk away.
Everything.
So, fucking, are we unconditionally loving liars?
Some people do.
Some people
are serial cheaters and they still got their bitch.
Tristan Thompson, goddamn.
And he still got his bitch.
Alright, come on, let's pour what's happening.
Tristan is, he's all his background.
Hey, bro, like, you did the only thing that would put TV boys up, but you put us down with it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, that, normally that would put City Boys up, but we all looked at that and was like, this nigga, like, if this was, like, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know.
He's a serial cheater.
Like, bro,
He's a serial
like,
cheater.
that bitch, she should shoot you. Like, why not over the top when she shouldn't?
He needs to be shot.
He
needs to be shot at this point.
Oh, no, you gotta relax.
No, it's
Never
not.
mind.
If you
I'm sorry, y'all.
being cheated on so many times, it's your fault.
Oh, I actually got a topic that we're going to go to the next topic, y'all, real quick. I feel like this topic is great for you guys. I feel like the men are going to love this one, and I'm just ready for it. So the next topic is women proposing to men. I know most of our followers on here are men. How do y'all actually feel about that? Would y'all want y'all women to propose to y'all? Are y'all okay seeing other women propose to men? Like, what's up? What's tea? What's tea? Because I'm curious about that.
We go line by line, but like we did before. Go ahead, Clint.
Okay. Honestly, like, I wouldn't want my woman to propose to me because I don't know if I feel like being married at the time.
Oh, wait.
And I want to be in control of that situation.
What do you want me to say to her?
Wait, one second.
Oh, wait, who's in the top two before I click? So we took so many shots on fucking unconditional love and fucking just.
What you been shot at Tristan Thompson? It's a lot.
Yeah.
No, you can take the top. That nigga take the top.
Lord, that's say a prayer to Sam. Sam, you barely started drinking. Come on, you gotta catch up.
Dom's following. Like, come on.
It's alcohol.
I was earlier. Because I was talking about him taking a baby shot.
No, I ain't thinking about that. We wouldn't even talk about that. We gonna talk about that later. Nah, I'm gonna talk about nah.
You got a little sister in them. The little sister always fights you. Like I swear to God, the little sister be like, all right, who let this gremlin? Not to call it gremlin. But no, because my little sister do the same thing. Like when they get mad, it's bad. It's bad.
Anywho,
Nothing is good.
back to your not a big fish over there like we cut that. Anyway. Women propose to men, back to something.
But I would love my little propose to me. Like honestly,
really?
But the only thing is, I just want her to like drop a hint, like, you know, I would love proposing to you, and then I would have to chance to say, well, I don't think you right.
You gonna say that in public?
Right, would you propose?
No, that's why I want her to drop a hint.
So you gonna say yes and then like, hey, babe.
I don't know about
I would always do that
anyway.
I would say yes and
All right, now you know what your thoughts? Because we're about to move to Sam, but before we move on to Sam.
No!
_Landry says Sam also babying her socks. And she was. She took it though. I took it. It's gone. Let me see this one, but you gotta cut that one.
The viewers calling you out.
Because they know something. They know something. Anyway, I picked my shot though. Sam, yeah. What is your thought on women proposing to men? So back in the day, I gave a dude a promise ring. Back in the day. Yeah. I gave a dude a promise ring. Not the other way around. I gave him one. He didn't give me one, but yeah, anyway, get that part. So I gave him a promise ring or whatever. And the only reason why it is because he mentioned that he actually would like a woman to propose to him. Right? He young. I don't want to propose to her right now, nothing like that. But I gave him a promise ring. I was definitely in love with the fuck. But I was never no in their thing. I did. I said I had a little no. I didn't do that song. Don't say you like that. But I was a head ass. All of you. I was her. The look is giving all away. But I was definitely a head ass back in the day. Okay. Now I would definitely say. I would say. I don't think I would do that again. It wasn't that. It wasn't okay. No, for real. It wasn't like it was a issue. It was just like I kind of noticed like this is weird. Like I don't like this, and it's like you want to do. I feel like he was being the girl at that point in time. It's like okay, my nigga, mine ain't coming no time soon after that. You feel me? So I would have put the wrong ring. You know what I'm saying? It's like a vice versa thing. And mine is supposed to be indefinite. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, where the fuck is mine? So I personally would do that. But besides that though, I personally feel like. With marriage, I feel like if a man is not ready, that's tricky as fuck. Because a woman is more likely to want to be married than a man. So if you're asking a man to propose to you, he's 9 times out of 10 or more than likely not ready to be married to you yet. And I feel like if you do that, it's a setup for failure. Because a man gonna propose to you, we're most likely gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? So when a man proposes to us, he know that we're ready. When we propose to a man, we think that he's ready, and he might not be ready. So that's like a tricky thing. I personally won't do it. Wait, because we go into all thoughts.
I will swallow a jean jacket.
Oh,
what about before I ever get on my knees and propose to a man? I feel like that is so masculine. I feel like, first of all, if you have to say, will you marry me? Clearly, you don't know how this is business. So it's the man. I'm sorry, it's been this way since the beginning of time. We're not going to change this. This is one of the things I'm not okay with changing. I understand my time. I understand women have, we have good jobs now. I get it. We can get our own houses now. I get it. So I'm independent women. I get it, but I'm not getting on my knees and asking no man to marry me. And then the thing is more so really about, like you said, about the men being ready. It's like women, we go into relationships knowing like, okay, we are going to, we're going for marriage. We're not just with you just to be with you. It's more so when the man is ready. And I wish I would get on my knees and ask a man to marry me. What? I will never do it. I don't agree with it. And I think that it's not chivalrous, and I think it's very monstrous. And it's like, he was desperate. It's giving, I want my man to want me, even though he's a man. Because what if he says no, then what? Stop it. And then, Chris, you look dumb on your knees. I mean, no. You look, no. In public, proposing to your man, you look stupid on your knees. You look dumb.
All right. Before we move on to Thomas, another comment. NCM underscore that said niggas get thankful for the rejection and it will go. But and you hit it,
and then if a man proposes, you should actually kind of have a conversation with your woman to make sure that she's on the same page as you. Don't just propose and she don't even know if she likes you.
All right,
so that's your fault.
What's your
but I'm not gonna get on my knees.
Chanel, we gonna sing.
The whole and let it. Why?
Well, similar to what Chanel said, I would rather tie my head to a tree.
Okay.
And look at glass.
Exactly.
Before I spoke to a man, because I don't think that's like a masculine thing. This is something that I'd rather not do. I'm gonna leave that to the man, although I don't believe in like the whole gender role type of thing. Like I can do whatever, but I just don't not do. gonna say this: if I was dating a woman, I would definitely support.
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I would.
Because me being a bisexual person, I definitely am the more dominant person in the relationship. So I would be most likely the one to propose. Like I would do it in that sense, but when I am messing with a dude, I would most of them are like I would like to be the man, so let me be the man. So I would leave that to the dude. While I would definitely have those conversations to let them know that I'm ready. So it's not like I'm regardless. Right. Who's just get married? No. I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, are you interested? We're gonna have this conversation. So it's not. I wouldn't deny him. He wouldn't deny me. That's it. So yeah. So if it was a nigga, we're gonna have a conversation. If it was me proposing to a woman, I would do that. I wouldn't mind it, but we would still also have that conversation. It's always about the conversation.
As far as my perspective, I would rather one make it in Antarctica.
Okay, there we go.
Propose to a man.
Jeans, jacket, she lives in Antarctica.
Yeah, God, we have a graphic channel over here. Because I need to know how serious. Listen, she's not when she's on talking shit. If she's gonna freeze to death, we would rather die. Okay, in other words. So the reason why I say this is because I believe in more of the tradition of a man proposing. I do believe in that. I do, like, in a sense, I do kind of believe in those gender roles of a man proposing to a woman, because when you propose to me, I'm giving you my submission to you as a man, because I do picture my husband being the head of the household, and submitting to him in that sense. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a stay-at-home wife, but I do plan to submit to a man. At one day, eventually when I find my husband. But it's just like, when I think about it, it's like I can't see myself doing it because in my head, men are supposed to, pursue women. And because you're in the pursuit of us, you are supposed to take the role. And then with my mindset of you being the traditional household, although you're the head of the household, then that's why. However, I do believe that if you give me an engagement ring, I do believe I'm going to give you an engagement ring back. I'm going to give you something that stands for we are about to be in a marriage together. I have a engagement ring and a wedding band. You're going to have an engagement ring and a wedding band. So, we are in this together. You're still my partner. So, Okay. I got two comments on before. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. MGM Mature Dad said a man has to leave so he can propose. That's what he's saying. And then Nagatel said, does everybody believe in marriage though?
Not everybody knows.
I do. Click.
Oh Lord, I believe in marriage, but my thing is like y'all talking about traditionally men should propose.
Wait, before you go, she did want to say something, but you just answer no to down.
You forgot? I forgot that fast because we
can't do that because
I'll let you know when I remember.
Women want everything traditional, but the shit y'all don't want. So if a nigga say traditionally, I don't want you to get a job, I don't want you to do shit, then all of a sudden the nigga is chauvinistic, pig, and all this other shit. But when y'all say, I want a man to do traditional, ain't shit traditional no more. We are not in a traditional time. Ain't nothing wrong with a woman proposing to a man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And listen, if y'all feel like, it's such a bad thing for y'all to get down on y'all knees and propose to us, how the fuck you make us feel when we do it to y'all?
That's a tradition though.
I'm like, is this such? I'm sorry.
Can you look up the meaning behind you getting on your knees to propose?
Why are you doing that?
Can you look up that meaning?
Men need to understand. Men have created y'all. It is. I know the meaning.
Okay, it might be the meaning. I don't know the meaning. However, I never took it as the meaning until y'all said it. And now I'm like, damn, is you on your knees down for somebody you love to get down on your knees that bad? Go ahead.
Like, because I had a conversation way back when, I don't think this is but when a man, it gets on one knee, it's giving your submission to that woman because you are already in that dominant role, so you're getting on that knee to pledge your submission to that woman. That's why you're getting on one knee to that woman. That's a traditional role too.
So you're showing your submission to me.
But we're already a woman. Like you're already a woman. You're already in that submission role. We're not in the dominant role. So that's why they get on one knee.
Like that's them showing their vulnerability.
Yes.
In a sense.
That's what it is. My thing is, if we talk about traditional, you don't even gotta get on your knees to propose. You just give me the ring.
If you don't fuck,
ain't nothing to do.
You're talking about on your knees, give me the ring.
No. Like, look, baby, I love you. I want to spend my life with you.
no.
Like that's, you know what I'm saying? It's like if a man proposes is tradition, and a man getting on his knees is tradition. A woman proposing is not tradition. So why the fuck did you get on your knees for that?
That's what they're saying. Okay.
Nothing wrong with it, but
_ Landy _ said, what do you even wear to propose to a man? A dress, heels? Like,
Right.
That's like, what do you wear?
Nothing's right.
I think it's big cute, sis.
so now y'all understand what men gonna do.
You can be on your
When I'm over here proposing.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm going to pants.
How the fuck?
Yeah, you know, we're pants because being down on your knees because we got, we can't do it. What's the other comment? And then,
they just handed it because they don't appreciate you, so.
they told _ Love BB said, hold up, okay? I don't know who you talking about, but because I heard it was that though with the traditional thing. Yes, traditional you're submitting to you. Okay, that's
I understand. Okay, I can understand what Bill was saying though, with the like women want to be traditional, women want to be traditional.
Yeah.
He said like you can't be traditional sometimes and not, and I get it, but I feel like. It's not women though. Watch my phone. It's not women though. It's us. It's us. And we're feeling like just traditionally we agree. You said unless it's another woman, right? Traditionally, we would prefer for men to propose.
Yeah. _ Love BB said, I had to step out, but why would a man be okay with a woman proposing?
And right, and my best friend said the same
because
thing.
I love this woman, and her proposal is showing that she wants to spend the rest of her life with me, showing that she's willing to make that commitment. It's just the same way that when a man proposes.
Well, what's that got to do with you? Because men be on their own calendar. So.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
And that's when you say yes or no.
That's what embarrass her and say no.
So
will you embarrass a man and say no?
Hypothetically.
You gonna say yes or no?
Hypothetically.
Yeah, I will.
Well, if I really love her,
but if you're not ready yet,
I say
you're a
yes.
woman.
You don't have to talk to her because I wouldn't do
If
that.
you're not ready yet, fully you're not ready yet, and you're a woman, all of you, and you're saying, oh, this is her, but also you're saying that she's ready to be with you forever, and you're not ready yet, like.
If you were forever?
Exactly. You're gonna. Like, you saying you appreciate it, so what you gonna do?
So at that point, you bring it.
I gotta read his comments real quick. I have to. _ Love BB said, if you love her, get down on that knee. Real quick comment on that. If a man is ready, he will do it first. Period. That's one thing. The second thing he said is, so if I propose to you, are you taking my last name? If that part for me.
Y'all heard I said about making good.
But that make it good.
Hey, that's making good.
And that's the thing, though. That's the thing. That's the position comes from. In a dominant position, they're being out on that one knee to submit to you and let you know that they're being vulnerable for you. However, they're the ones who are taking the lead. They're the ones who you're going to take their last name. It's all going to the man. But the man got to tell this woman that, just so you know that you're my person, I'm here for you, you're here for me, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you know that I'm revealing all myself to you. Because the woman is probably more than likely already doing that to the man. And that's the thing about it. Like, and it's like, okay, you're talking about mighty drop boom. I'm saying this is definitely a mighty drop moment.
It is.
Definitely is that.
Cause you can fuck up this. You
I appreciate you.
You have me. I asked my best friend. I asked my best friend, I asked him years ago, like, would you be okay for a woman to propose? He said absolutely not. Okay. And he said he would tell the woman to get off her knees and stop embarrassing him in front of his friends.
Okay. So look,
that's what he said.
Look, let's take away.
Why would you say it like that?
No, but it's not even the fact that he would actually say if that's how he was feeling.
Okay,
he wouldn't actually say that. But it's not about what he was saying. It's that's how he was feeling.
What are you about to say?
If we take away to get on your knees first, like let's say you propose to me without getting on your knees. How? Because it's not like that's what I'm saying. Like
what you're doing.
The woman proposal is taking away tradition already.
That's true.
The woman proposal is taking away tradition.
So we have to change the spectrum of proposing then? to hold on. They got
Like
if
that's really what you're doing when a woman proposes. You're taking the
but they're taking the lead of getting on one knee. So we're saying if a woman stands to you and be like, "Will you marry me?" That's okay.
That's a long time.
So we're saying if a woman stands to you like Gucci Man did to his wife,
and she
like,
really just was like,
here you go. Like, would you, like, you want to marry me?
Yes.
Like, that's okay.
If I really love this woman, I ain't gonna even care. And maybe I might be on the fence. Her taking the initiative to do that for me might tell me. I ain't gonna need a lot. And that's I'll be understanding. So and that's that too. And that's why women don't be understanding. Y'all be so ready to be like, oh, a man to do, a man to do, a man to do. Sometimes niggas want to be appreciated. Sometimes we want to be loved. Sometimes we need y'all to tell us and show us that you as committed as we are to y'all. Sometimes we need that. You know what? A woman propose is one of those times. I like being a little spoiled. I'm gonna say it right now. Right now. Tell you. And I'm
I can show a man that I appreciate him with a dinner. I can show a man that I appreciate him with a massage. I can show a man that I appreciate him by cleaning up the house and doing things that he like. I'm not gonna get on my knees. I'm not gonna get on my knees.
I'm showing you that you like to live in a nice place.
No, but you can clean too. But you're not.
I will. But just because I clean doesn't mean I appreciate
a woman showing her love for you can be in different ways. I'm not gonna get on my knees and propose. Like, I'm sorry.
But you don't have to get on your knees. If the woman proposing is non-traditional, then you don't have to get on your knees. You can do a non-traditional proposal and just give them the ring. Y'all so focused on getting on your knees because y'all look at it as a slave or some type of, what's that? I'm going to do it.
This is like, they damn gonna have to propose. Wait.
Malachi just want to be appreciated.
But listen, if we're talking about getting on knees, a woman is already submissive to a man.
That's true.
If we're already submissive to a man, then if we do propose, no, we shouldn't have to get on our knees. But I feel like we have to feel like a man is submitting to us because more times than us, that is supposed to be our partner instead of somebody that's just dominant. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the reason I would wait for a man to propose to me is because I need to know that you're willing to submit to me as willing as I'm willing to submit to you. Like, it needs to be a balance. It needs to be a partnership. Because I know that in some areas, you are my head of my household, but in some areas, you will let me take the lead. But I will take you as the head of the household because you're the man of the house.
Exactly.
I haven't. But, you know, I mean, this is
Let
my
me read the comment real quick. So now I can't say you can't do that initiative when you're talking to each other. And then MGM_Dad said, yeah, I'd rather propose. It can always go either way, but a man gonna know when it's the right time.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I feel like that's a fault because men, like, we not that emotionally intelligent. Like, I feel like when y'all say a man gonna know that you're right, it's the right time. It's like y'all give us slack in every other area, like, oh, men are dumb.
But you know
men
are dumb. Know what they
but
want.
then y'all expect us to be smart when it comes to shit like that. Like, how the fuck? If I'm stupid in every other area, you expect me to be smart in, I'm finna all of a sudden about to be a genius when it comes to getting married. And then y'all get mad.
That's about you, not about. That's more so about you and you. No, it's not.
Cause y'all
if you married to that woman, you really not ready. If you gonna propose to her for her, you really not ready then. The thing about it is, you a man, like you said, a man gonna know who they want, when they want, and how they want it. When they're proposing to you, that means that they're fucking ready. They're doing it for them. They're saying that they want this woman in their life forever. That's what they're saying.
That's not right. Because men propose sometimes out of distress. There's a lot of men who propose to women.
They were calling that fault. Again, reverse it. That's your fault right there. I mean, like you said, it's all about conversation. You don't know. First of all, if a man is coming to me and talking to me about marriage, they're truly getting there. You know what I'm saying? Man, I would all the way be there, but they're getting there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know. I feel like a woman, we know that women want marriage more so than men. And I feel like if you stress the fuck out that goddamn much to the point where you're forced to propose to a woman, then that's your fault for proposing because you know you're not ready. So you can't be mad at nobody but yourself for doing that. Like, that's your fault. That's your fault.
Forcing is something
Yeah, I agree with that.
Forcing
Oh yeah,
is something you can never do in a relationship, period.
No, if you like, you gotta force it, including marriage, because I feel like
Marriage or relationship, period, you can never force. A lot of women these days are pressing men.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say.
And that should never be that. If the man wants to be in a relationship, and you, as a woman, you can voice it.
Right.
But if that nigga is not ready, either you move on, or you can want to say what that means.
I got a story time for that because I used to date a guy, not divorced. He is not divorced. But we're no longer talking. Okay. But he was, when I was talking, he was going through his divorce. But his
Damn,
Rachel.
Move.
That's a different topic. Listen, this is another topic. That's a different topic. But he was, when he was with his wife, it's kind of like he coerced him into getting married because he proposed, because she was pregnant, it wasn't good. But here's the thing, like after he got proposed, after he proposed, he was like, maybe this isn't the right thing, I'm not ready for that. But what he did was, since they were together in a relationship, he withheld sex for a long time. He's like, until you pick a date, since he did propose, until you pick a date to where we get married, then I'm not having sex with you. If he would do things in the same manner, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna head out there. But it's like you're teasing the man, like like he's and the thing is,
if he fucks somebody else, it's your fault.
The thing is, he told her like maybe we shouldn't pursue this. Like he expressed his thoughts, his feelings about it before they got married, but she's like, nah.
Well, that's on her. She got cheated on.
No, she didn't cheat on. That's not what I'm saying. What the fuck you think about cheating? What you think? She got cheated on.
Why you getting no sex from out of here?
No,
she not on this.
Don't say she got cheated. But listen, he was like, I don't know if we can do this. He's trying to express himself, but she's like, no, we in this type shit. And he's like, you know what? I can only go so long. He's like, no, I pick a date, or whatever. He told me this thing. So they got married, but he's like, no, he's talking down. No, because we had a good relationship. We was talking about it because he had to tell me, because he was open with when we was talking to him. I am going through a divorce type thing. So he was open. He didn't tell me. I said down. I was talking to her when I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, he was open with me. He told me what was going on with his situation. So I was okay with that. He's like, he was transparent. I appreciate that. And he told me everything was going on. He had a messy ass divorce. Because he didn't want to have a divorce, but he did. Because he never felt he should have got married first. But he kind of forced it on him. That's the thing about being. He didn't force that. He held his ass because after he expressed his thoughts about not getting married, he didn't want to give in to that. It's like, I don't know what to do. All right. We're over. You went a whole sex to tell you today and I'm not ready. No, he felt like maybe we shouldn't do this, but she was pressing it. Like, no, you shouldn't. And then he held sex for him until the day.
Like when
you're coercing somebody at that point. Like, I'm with you. I know how I'm different. I'm thinking about it in my shoes. I'm like, yeah, what about you?
The first want to be with, but you're not ready to let go of. You're on the whatever.
Yeah, but if you like the other person's like, I don't want to do this, and like I'm expressing you to that, but I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to it, which made it a messy divorce because he was like, well, because of this, that, and the third, I'm making it harder on you to see your kids because I was like kids together. Oh, that's always sticky. Yeah, that was that. It was like, well, I didn't want to do it, but like you was holding.
Already been fucking because they had kids, and now you gonna hold it back. Now you married. Definitely not. You know what?
That's it.
Baby daddy means.
That part. No, he has to fight for custody of his kids. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, too. You don't want to mess it up.
You want to bring home that's the only string that we got left here.
No, it's a kid. Because the kid, you don't.
Okay, kids and the pussy. But
you saying she's on the pussy head.
But I'm just saying that's the only string I got left for me to you. Because I can take care of the kids without beating you.
If she let him. That's a different topic. That's the real key when it comes to that. It's time to go. Hey, all right, listen. Hang on. Okay, so final thoughts about the two subjects. We didn't get the third one tonight. No, we didn't. We did all three.
we danced around.
Around which one? This one so far, so far. Oh. Yeah, we ain't really talking about it.
Alright, look.
Alright, let's go.
Stay committed to your motherfucking decision, your motherfucking it don't matter how long it takes. It's whether you fall in love with somebody who sex is cool, sex is great. But life is a lot more life than sex. On the second part, as far as
what is that red shit saying on
finding your soulmate, soulmate don't exist. It's just people who you decide to allow in your space and allow in your life. That's the beautiful thing about life. We come into a person who has flaws. Everybody has flaws. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, who you come from, they can be flaws. Your soulmate don't exist, ain't nobody perfect, ain't nobody perfect for you. It's who you accept. And when we started talking, ain't nothing traditional no more. Women can propose to men, because women go to work, women take care of, women have the kids, men stay at home, and be stay at home, and men do all of that. Ain't nothing traditional no more. So y'all shouldn't look at it like that. So y'all shouldn't have to get on your knees, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to. You can still propose without getting on your knees. We are in an age where everything is changing. Nothing is the same. So live life as an individual and not follow.
Period. I like that actually. Go ahead. Okay. So I feel like when it comes to virginity, if you don't wait, then fucking wait. Like, as far as the following thing goes, it goes for that. I feel like as well. Because everybody else having sex and bonding and settling and doing all these things, I mean, you have to. If you feel like you want to wait, then goddamn it, wait. Okay? Do your thing, whatever you want to do. And, I mean, I feel like if you don't want anybody to know, then don't tell nobody. Shit. I mean, take it to your if you can. But I feel like I don't mind the virginity thing, however old you're going to be, you can do that. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to do nobody's lifestyle, at least, I mean. So, what was the other one? So, I believe in a soulmate. I feel like it's different people for different people, but I do believe there is one soulmate. So, that's a person, it's like a person that it is conditioned. Like I said, as this whole combo bring up some extreme aspect, there are extremes are the conditions for me. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would love to love somebody unconditionally as far as their flaws and all, but you can't be killing nobody, you can't be no pedophile, you can't do the extreme shit, okay? So I'm gonna say, I mean, yeah, I don't say unconditionally, I'm gonna say it's conditioned. Okay, and that's my condition. Like I said, I personally would not propose to a man. I would definitely confess my love to a man, but I'm not gonna. I don't know how y'all getting real quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead. We trying to figure out final thoughts. I'm sorry. We talking about that story. I was joking. Damn, am I that mean? No, we didn't. Am I just mean?
No, you should be an actor because you did that good.
Oh, did I?
Because I thought you was an actor.
I did.
I put my hand on your shoulder like.
Dang, we were listening to you. Put me in your movie. But what I said? I don't know. Oh, I said Uno momento. Give her a second before Chanel. Alright, Chanel, go ahead. I said something good too. Fuck it.
Okay, so I agree with, you should wait until you're ready to have sex, but for me personally, I'm thinking,
I agree that you should, want to do it when you want to do it, but at this age of 40, if you still haven't felt like as a woman you haven't found a man to have sex with at 40, you might want to reevaluate some of either your expectations or maybe it's something that you do that's causing you problems with find a man. Because honestly, men, I know this, men are born thirsty. So all you gotta do is pick them. So the fact that it takes you until you're 40 years old, the fact that it takes you until you're 40 years old to find a man that you like enough to have sex with, you might be the problems with it. Second one was soulmates. I believe that you can have multiple soulmates because I believe that multiple people bring out different sides of you, and you're not necessarily just in love with one person. You can be in love with multiple people. So yeah. Proposal. I will swallow a jean jacket before I ever propose to a man.
That's it, period.
I would like to call myself
breaking down my topic now.
Okay.
Venus and inversion. Venus, version.
Whenever she's ready, she can do what the fuck she wanna do. Like I said, I believe personally, I don't know for life, but I believe she's a lady woman. So whenever she's ready, do what you feel is right. And nobody can tell you what to do with your body besides you. So if you wanna wait till you're 40, 50, 60, 70, do it. If you don't need sex in your life, go ahead and do it.
If you live that long.
If you wanna fucking
Hey, nobody say nothing when y'all say something.
no, whatever. Please do whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, you're gonna die with you and only you. Yep. It's only up to you.
Okay.
Also subjective. I believe what I believe about soulmates and soul ties and all that, but I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I believe you can have more than one. It can take many forms. It can be your best friend, your sister, your lover, your brother, sister, best friend. Your soulmate can take many forms, and you can have more than one. It's all about that connection, the bond, how you feel about them at the end of the day. Invisible individuals. Never mind. But if it's to a woman,
I love it.
I will do no. Okay, so like I said before, if I'm dealing with a man that wants to be a man, he made it a point to say, I would like to be in a man's role, a dominant role, I will let him do that. If it is reflected to me that otherwise, I will propose to a man. If he doesn't feel that way, then okay. And if I'm dealing with a woman and I'm dominant or whatever, however the dynamic is, it's all about the dynamic.
It is about the dynamic. We can talk about that afterwards.
If you feel comfortable with someone proposing to you, then I will. If a man feels comfortable, I will. If a woman feels comfortable, I will. It's all about the dynamic. Like I said, I'm the perspective princess, period. So I am. Those are my opinions.
Progressive, you said.
Oh, yeah. What did I say? What did I say?
Perspective.
Perspective, progressive. Either way.
It makes
sense either way.
Okay. So,
who's the perspective?
girl, I have to get every single time. I'm a little inebriated right now. Okay. Venus, I feel like it depends on what you got going on in your life. If you want to wait that long, it's all of what you have going on in your life. If you have, whether it's something that's outside that motivated it, or it's internal, whatever the case may be, then let that be that. Don't let anybody judge your influence. If you want to wait, you want to wait. That's it, period. Because no one can tell you what you can do with your life. Kind of to me, okay. Soul ties, soul bonds. I do agree that you can have multiple soulmates and soul ties, soul bonds. It depends on the circumstance. It really depends on what they are to you in your life. I just like unconditionally love that. It is conditional to love. If you want to go to extremes, okay. But I just feel like when you speak to your soulmate, it's highly and it's a different type of connection than you feel from any other person. And then last one, propose to the man. I'm gonna walk naked to it on it. You know what I'm saying on that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be warm. And nowadays, I'll preach to that. Like, listen, clearly, I believe in a more traditional sense of what it is supposed to be in the man. But if you do want to do it, I'll respect to you. I'm not getting on my knees for no man because you're like, I'm already submissive to you. I want you to show me that you're submissive to you. That's exactly. Like on the personal level, that's what it means to me to get proposed to. So that's why I'm not going to do it. And I will refuse to because I'm taking your lead. How am I taking your lead and I'm supposed to? I'm not gonna have it. That's how it is. But we're gonna take our final shot. I did, but somebody disagreed with Linda Drop. Oh. Y'all heard it.
That was me. I just got it.
Listen, I feel like Sam should take a real shot. I'm going to take a lemon drop shot. What the hell?
You gotta do it.
You gotta drive. Me and Don gonna take a shot. Let me get who's gonna drive? My sister Bill? Oh, yeah. I'll take it. And we can fill it. Oh, these tires. Whoa. That's hers. I gotta go to work tomorrow because I gotta play some sweater. Excuse me. I got some work to do tomorrow because I got a deadline to meet. I'm sorry. I do got a deadline.
That's what niggas do wrong.
I really got listen, I got a dog ass deadline for publication. Hey yo,
I have to make sure that I put it my.
I got a dog ass deadline for a publication I need to hear for the city. I got it. Hey yo, audience, you call us, y'all. Let's go. Yeah. Coming out. If y'all got any comments, DM them to us. We'll post them in with a reply to them. But